Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I have a message coming through that some people need to hear. There is a song message coming through too. I can't quite hear it just yet. Like I feel it off in the distance. I hear drums. I hear drums in the distance. But like, you know how you can hear music just being played, but you can't quite tell what song it is yet? That's what that is right now. So I know it's there and it will come in when it's ready. But I'm just going to sit with this for a second and just kind of bring it through. Like someone needs comfort. I was sitting here trying to figure out what to wear as I was getting dressed, and I went to my closet, and I'm a little chilly, and so I wanted something that was warm. I want something that looks pretty, like I'm getting ready to I know that I'm going to record a video, and I'm like, it was like this desire to wear something pretty, and the overriding feeling was, yeah, but I want to be comfortable. I need something that's comfortable. I need comfort. And there's sweaters, there's sweatshirts. I have, tons of warm, cozy, comfy clothes. But this one is comfortable in a different kind of way, this sweater. I, at the time, was offering my best friend comfort. I went to her when her husband passed away. She gave this sweater to me while I was there. Her house was really cold. I just got chills. It is some sort of comfort. Like, it's either you or someone else needs a friend. Someone needs a friend. And the song is, You've Got a Friend in Me. That's the song. You've got a friend in me. I don't hear any of the other words. That's just it. You've got a friend in me. Something about Toy Story. I hear these like ride or die. My friend and I were friends for like 40 years. I've known her since first grade. This feeling of someone who really knows you, someone who gets it. Not just knows you, but knows what this feeling is. That knows what this feeling is. It's like this resonance with whatever. It's either, I do feel like it's a lot of you, someone needs you. So it may not be that you're the one that is in need right now or struggling, or you. Now, it could be a friend that's not necessarily struggling. It could be that they have an opportunity or they're happy or they have something going on that's really exciting, but that's hard for them to embrace, or it feels overwhelming, or it's a little scary to receive, or to think that I'm worthy of this, or whatever it is. And it may lead to like self-sabotage, or they need someone to celebrate with them. There could be that too. So, but either way, it does feel like you're that friend. Take it however it resonates for you, obviously. It's like someone who resonates with whatever it is that's happening. They're reminding me of when I had my miscarriage, and so many people were just, this does feel like a little bit of mourning, a little bit of grief. Sometimes the good things that are coming in for people, the happy things, the opportunities, the beautiful things, necessitate releasing other things. Like if you're going to make space for a partner to come in, or a new job, or whatever it is, you have to mourn the loss of the expectations, how you thought it was going to be, or old relationship, or something has to kind of move out of the way. And then we also have to grieve the loss of it and find closure before we can really embrace this new thing. And so even though they have this really beautiful, happy situation going on, there is a little grief underneath of it that needs to play out, that needs support, right? 444 in my recording. So when I had my miscarriage, the one thing that really, sits with me right now is, a lot of people offered help. They offered support in different ways, and in their way of offering support, in the way that they knew. And I did need those things from them. I needed food. I needed someone to take my kids and like let me just go through it. And I needed a hug, or I needed this, or. But the one person that really stands out to me and made such a difference was my friend who had a miscarriage of her own, and not long before that either. So I feel like the energy, the knowing of that was a little bit more fresh. And then knowing, she came into the house, and just her presence, as soon as she walked in, allowed me to just purge and purge and purge and purge and purge. I just cried and cried and cried, the ugly cry on the couch. She sat next to me on the couch and put her arm around me and just sat there with me. I don't even know if we said anything. She just sat there with me. And there was just, like, she just got it. She just understood. And just her understanding was enough to just be in it with me. And it felt great. And then afterwards, she was like, "You want to order pizza?" I was like, "Yeah." And obviously, it was like a comfort food. It was comfort. She offered me comfort in a way that was just, she just knew the things. She didn't have answers, but she knew the things, right? She didn't have answers. She wasn't trying to fix it. She wasn't trying to change it. She was just like with me. I feel like that's what someone needs from you right now, or you need from them. I do feel like there's so many healers here, and sometimes it's just your presence that's healing. For some of you, it's just being in this space with me right now. Like, I've been through something that you're going through right now, and I just get it. Like, let's just sit here in it and have this knowing that you have to go through this. You have to go through it right now. And that you're not alone. It creates a sense of connection that is so important. Oh, that's what it was too with my best friend. Find your center. That's the card that came out. While I was there, it was a hard experience to explain to people who weren't there. But this community of people, when my best friend's husband died, he coached at a boarding school, and they lived there in the boarding school. And this school was just this community that was probably every single one of them affected by her husband, affected by the loss of her husband, but also affected by his presence, because he was always there. He was always asking people, "What do you need? How can I help? What can I do for you? You want to come over and just have a fire pit?" Or like, you want to, I don't know, just like being present and being there, being connected. He was always offering his energy to connect with others. I mean, everyone said that. He had such an influence on, and that was how he applied himself in all the different areas of his life throughout his entire life. And so people came out of the woodwork from, 20 years before that and said, he had this effect on me that, like, he helped me and helped my son and went above and beyond in a way that he didn't have to. And it made such a difference in my son's life. And, like, we haven't, spoken to him in a long time, but he still is so present in our awareness. And he just had that effect on people. And while I was there, everybody in this state of grieving and mourning came together in the most beautiful way. It was like nothing else existed. Nothing else in the world mattered. And my heart was like broken wide open. And I was able to connect with people that I didn't even know in this grief, in this place of just, I don't know, just this, I don't know. And nobody else knew either. And it was just like, let's just sit. The only thing we can do together is just sit and be in it. There was no getting around it. And everybody just came and like sat, and we like literally sat in the living room. And I was trying to tell people afterwards, like, nothing else mattered. And it was so beautiful. The love that everyone had for each other and for the family and for him and for, you know, my best friend and her kids. And like love was just pouring, pouring, pouring. You couldn't even stop it if you tried. It was so almost intoxicating to sit in the middle of it. And it was excruciating at the same time. So it's like there is some sort of heartache and heartbreak. That's what this Find the Center is too, with this red. There's heartbreak going on right now. Your outside world is a reflection and a manifestation of what's going on inside you at this time. When the outside world becomes so hectic and stressful that your anxiety starts to overwhelm you, then this is the ideal moment to stop and ask, when was the last time I checked in with myself? 11:11 on my recording. And the red is the root chakra, not feeling safe. But it's also centered right here around her heart. There's a clock here that has no hands. It's almost like you're outside of time. But when you're so immersed in your world and your reality, and like time gets away from you, and you're so embroiled in time that you forget about time, or you forget about energy, or you forget about what really matters. I feel like right now it's important to come back to a place of feeling what really matters. And this present moment, this present time, being present is what really matters. And so, like I was saying, it was this world that like nothing else mattered. Time didn't matter. Like there's nothing going on outside of that. We just froze in time and disconnected from anything but this heartbreak. So what does this mean for you? Like, whatever you can do to offer your time, energy, presence is what is being asked for right now. So, what can you do for this person? You just give them your attention, you give them your presence, and you listen. And then the answers for how else you can help will come. Seek. The power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. See the hand on the heart. It's interesting too, like I was going through something recently, and my coworker came in one day, and I was very frazzled, and I was kind of all over the place, and she was like, what can I do? How can I help? And I was like, I don't know. I just need time. I need time. It was just like time was getting away from me, and I just had no time to do all the things that I needed to do, and my bandwidth was just shot. But I had to keep going. I had to do this, and I had to do this, and it was all on a time crunch too. Something was due, and I was just like, I don't know. I just need time. I don't know what that means or how you can help, but I just need time. And it turned out 2 days later, I had something going on with my daughter, and I had to make a choice, and I had to just be like, I can't come to work today. I just can't, well, I can't come for this first lesson. I need to be here for my daughter. I need to give her myself. I need to give her my presence. And, I had this time crunch where I had to leave. I had to go to work, and it was just like I couldn't fully be there for her because in my mind I was just being pulled in this direction because I had to go to work. And at one point I just chose, I was just like, nope, she's my priority. If I get fired, I get fired. I can't come in right now. And it was a very last minute thing too. So I texted my boss and I was just like, I just can't, I need more time. I can't come in for my first appointment. And I kind of surrendered, and I was just like, if you need to fire me, you need to fire me. I get it. I totally understand. You're the boss. And then I was there. I had the space. Not just the time, but the energy to be fully present. And turns out that my boss called this other woman. She was the only one not working that shift and said, can you come in? She said, well, I can't right now, but I can later. And it turns out that the student was able to reschedule it for the later time when this woman, the only one who wasn't working, was able to give her time, give me the time that I needed in order to be there for me. So she offered her presence. She offered her just being there. And it was like, that's how it happened. It was like so divinely guided because I just surrendered to it. And she surrendered and opened her heart and just like was coming from a place. It was just like such pure love and heart. That's how it worked out, and it was exactly what I needed in the moment. But I also chose myself, and I chose that, and I gave that to my daughter too at the same time. So what is it that is being asked for here right now? What's being asked for of you besides just your presence? Because it's clear that someone needs you right now. For some of you, you're not sure who that is. And me this morning, I don't know who it is here. It's someone here that just needs to just be seen. And I feel like our souls are connected in some kind of way. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. Okay, that feels a little bit separate. That feels a little bit separate than what we were just talking about right here. Though, it's real. That's true. Like taking one step. That's one step from now. There's something that needs to be seen right now. Someone that needs to be seen in this space. And they're seeking that vision. They're seeking that clarity. They're seeking that, I see you. And it's like some things here have resonated with you. Some things here have kind of had this little niggle in you. But there's something else. They're waiting. Oh, there's grief because you or someone you know blames themselves. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. There's something that you don't forgive yourself for. You're angry and resentful towards yourself and your own decisions. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has the capacity to heal and transform. Somebody needs to forgive themselves. And it's this interesting back and forth. In your mind, you're I know I did everything that I could do. I know that I did everything that I could do. But then there's this other part that says I shouldn't have done this, or I shouldn't have made this decision, or yeah, suffocating. It's like forgiving yourself for not being there for someone in a way that you should have been. Not being there for yourself, not making the right choice for yourself. But it does feel like not choosing the right thing. Like, my daughter was sitting there crying and sobbing in the car, and I had to go to work. And if I had made the choice to go to work and just like dropped her off at school and like left her to, I would say comfort herself, but really she just would have shut down from the emotions. She just could not stop crying. And like that was the most important thing that she needed to do in that moment. She was grieving, she was mourning, she was, just being in her essence. If I had chosen to go to work and not support her in that, and there was a time recently where I just did not hold her in her emotions and just let her express them. I don't know, like my guilt took over. And it's almost like I'm beating myself up for that. You need to forgive yourself for not being there for someone. It wasn't the wrong choice. I want to say, like, someone here feels like they made the wrong choice. It was just an analytical, it was a logical, it was a intellectual decision, not a decision from your heart. And it was a closed heart kind of decision. And there's a little bit of pain in your heart because that energy, that connection that you have with another person, the flow of that was blocked when you made whatever decision you made. Now, the reason for that is, there's a multitude of different reasons. It could be that you were just triggered, and going into your analytical mind helps to avoid whatever emotion you're feeling. It could be anger, it could be whatever. So you may need to forgive yourself. It may be that somebody else needs to forgive themselves. Somebody here needs to forgive themselves for not being there. Oh, that's interesting. When I had my miscarriage, my best friend, the one that I told you, when I had my loss, she didn't know how to be there for me. And she kind of, I don't know, we were talking on the phone and she wasn't there. She was, lived further away and was on the phone with me, and I guess just doesn't know how to handle it, didn't know the right thing to say, didn't, kind of made it all about herself. The conversation, she kept turning it back around to herself, and I'm sure it was in a way that she was just trying to make it look like she understood, based off of like her situation and blah, blah, blah. But I felt more like I was trying to help her to help me to deal with whatever it was. And like, I did not have the bandwidth to do that. Like, I can't help you because you're uncomfortable and not knowing how to handle this situation. I can't hold that up. I don't have it in me. And I definitely got mad at her, and I told her, you're making this all about you, and this is really not helping me right now, and I can't function. I don't have the space for you in this energy right now. So, and then it ended up that we didn't talk for like a year. And she did try to call me, and she did, and I just didn't have it in me to process it. I couldn't work it out. I was dealing with heartbreak. I had a limited capacity to even like repair or figure out how to repair or just like put my emotion into repairing this connection. But it stuck around. She stuck around, obviously. She was my ride or die. So presence was what I needed at the time. Not more emotional imbalance, or I don't know. I just needed presence. And she wasn't able to be there. So, okay, it just wasn't what I needed at the time. I think some sort of forgiveness in not knowing how to be there, not being there. I think you, at the time, maybe just whatever the situation was, if that's similar to you, like maybe you had the same situation or whatever, like I just don't know how to be there for you. Maybe there's an old situation that you learn from, and like whoever it is that needs you now, you're like, they just need presence. Just be there physically. Just be there. Just present yourself. Just sit with it. It's like a lesson from the past. Forgive yourself for not being what they needed, because that wasn't what they needed. Forgive yourself for not making the decision to like put yourself in presence and like being there. And carry that forward to this next situation. Just like, I'm just going to show up. I'm just going to be there. Right? Showing up in person. It's like the whole message here. 11:11 on my recording. I mean, on my clock. Okay? So it's on the bottom of the deck. Knight of Swords, which is interesting because it's coming from this King of Swords. So I was looking at the bottom of the deck, of the other deck too. So it's support. And like, this is moving fast. This is like, do this soon. Give this support soon. This physical support. Let's do it. Do it soon. That's what I feel. No coincidence. This is on the bottom of the deck. It's also like whatever energy they have going on, everything's moving so fast, and it's like you need to bring it to this place of stillness. It's like offering support for this just like nonstop kind of energy that's going on. And one of my best friends now is just talking about how she just has no time. She has no time for this. It's just her husband's away on a trip, and she has to take care of all of the things with the kids and the clock and the. I was just like offering, what if you did this? And she's like, I just don't have time. I don't have time for that. I don't have time. Everything is moving so fast. Sometimes what you offer is this place of outside of time, this Kairos time period, this just a moment of like, let's just sit still for a second. Just sit for a second. Sit in it. That's the support that you can offer. Could be taking something off their plate. It could be like helping to like run the kids that way. It doesn't just have to be like sitting with them in their moment, but giving them time to have their moment. If this is a situation where this person has a really beautiful thing going on, it's like really helping to support their moment, helping them shine, helping them to see, yeah, you deserve this, you deserve this, you deserve this. And like sharing it, being there with it. Like, I'm here for it. I am here for it. Look at what my friend has going on. Look at this happiness. Look at this. Look at the way that she shines, and look at the way that this has come together. and just like really honoring it, taking a moment to just honor it, just being like, look at what my friend has going on. I'm so proud. I'm so happy for her. Right? Those are on the bottom of the deck, so let's do that soon, okay? That's what I got. Love you.